Alright guys, today's going to be a good day because we're going to be swapping a Stage 3 cam into the LS BRZ. So the cam I went with was the Michigan Motorsports Stage 3 Drift cam. They have from Stage 2 all the way up to Stage 5. I went with Stage 3 because it's a happy medium between the two. Stage 5 you need to have upgraded pistons and all that stuff. With everything included, we got the Stage 3 cam, dual valve springs, titanium retainers, crank bolt, gaskets, and then the push rods that come with it. Here's all the intake and exhaust duration for those of you that like to see that stuff. But I am very excited to hear how this thing is going to sound. I've always wanted to have a cam V8, and when I bought this it didn't come with a cam, but I'd rather prefer that because I could choose the cam that goes in it. So let's get this thing in. We made some good progress so far. Got all the boring stuff off. The radiator's out, water pump is off, and then I positioned this AC condenser where I should be able to work around it pretty easily. There's plenty of room for the cam to come out. So now next step, we're gonna get this crank pulley off and the timing cover, and we'll be able to rip this cam out. This is my first time working on an LS, and it is a lot easier than working on this thing over here. This thing sucks to work on. But yeah, back to the LS, let's get this crank pulley off and timing cover. Oh, this cam actually looks like it's in pretty good condition, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Hopefully this fucker ain't much longer. Yeah, there we go. Alright, there she is, stock cam. Looks pretty good condition, that's a good sign. Alright, got the new Stage 3 cam all lubed up, ready to go in. Make sure we don't put it in backwards. Here we go. I might have over lubed her, Jesus. Let's get this puppy in. Very gently. There we go, come on. Get in there. There she is. Alright, cam is in. Alright guys, so at this point all that was left to do as far as the kit was to put the dual valve springs and push rods in. After that, I was just slowly piecing everything back together. I wanted to clean everything up and make it look nice, so I sandblasted the valve covers and the timing cover. After I got done with it, there ended up being sand in places it was hard to get to, and I didn't end up liking how it was looking. So I just went with the safe option and bought some new valve covers and a timing cover off Amazon. And it only ended up being about $250, which was a win in my eyes. Next, it was time to put the front of the motor and back together, which involves that timing cover, the crank pulley, water pump, all that jazz. So here you can see me putting the crank pulley on, which ended up being bad because I put everything back together, went to start the car, and realized that my crank pulley was moving all over the place, which is a common thing for the stock LS crank pulleys. So my advice to any of you wanting to upgrade your cam and your LSs, I would definitely just go ahead and do the crank pulley while you're there. Save yourself a lot of time in the long run. Alright guys, so I got the whole front of the car back together. Front bumper, headlights are on. This thing should be ready to start. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did already start the car and the crank pulley was wobbling and it went bad, so I had to take the whole front of the car back off, everything down to the crank pulley, and get a new Summit Racing crank pulley. Not really sure if you guys can see it down there, but it's right there. But I got that on, so everything should be good now. We should be good to start it, and I'm excited for you guys to hear how this is gonna sound. Alright, let's get this rig fired up. So yeah, like I said, I'm still in the process of getting it tuned. Hopefully that should be all taken care of here soon. But overall, I'm really happy with how it sounds and how it turned out. Hopefully it performs as good as I'm expecting as well, with it being a drift cam, and I'm building this to be a drift car. Hopefully it's everything I expect in that. I have an angle kit, and I bought some used coils that I'm going to be putting on this soon. So that'll be in the next video. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.